Good morning. My name is Sheriff Calvin Barrett. That's K-A-L-V-I-N, Barrett, B-A-R-R-E-E-T-T. And I'm here to provide an update on the town of Pleasant Springs homicide that we've been investigating over the past few weeks. Before we get started, I wanted to extend our deepest condolences, not only on behalf of me as the Dane County Sheriff, but on behalf of the 600,000 residents of Dane County and the 600 brave women and men of our Dane County Sheriff's Office, to the family of 23-year-old Kyle Thrasher, who was tragically shot and killed in a senseless act of violence on the morning of March 7th. This press conference will provide an update in regards to the two suspects identified and taken into custody without incident. To provide a recap, on the morning of March 7th, 2025, the Dane County Sheriff's Office responded to a report of a shooting in the parking lot of the BP gas station on County Highway N in the town of Pleasant Springs. Deputies arrived on scene and found an individual later identified as Kyle Thrasher with multiple gunshot wounds, and all life-saving efforts were unfortunately unsuccessful, and he was pronounced deceased at the scene. What we know at this time is that the meeting was not a random act of violence, and that the meeting was prearranged. We are in the process of still investigating the specifics of that prearranged meeting, and we will be able to provide that as we move forward in the investigation. Through video surveillance, physical evidence, we were able to identify two suspects responsible for the homicide. The first, 18-year-old Creed Moore, and the second, 24-year-old Dwayne Johnson. Through our great partnership, and more importantly, through collaboration, communication, and cooperation with our state, local, and federal law enforcement partners, we were able to take both individuals in custody without incident in different states. Moore was taken into custody by the U.S. Marshals in Tennessee, and Johnson was later found several days later in Georgia. I want to provide my deepest thanks and gratitude to all of our partners, whether it's the Madison Police Department, Wisconsin State Patrol, Wisconsin Department of Correction, Wisconsin Crime Lab, our U.S. Marshal Service, DCI, or the ATF. This is what it takes to be successful in finding and arresting individuals responsible for serious and violent crimes in Dane County. Through our collaboration, through our work, we are able to do this not only here in Dane County, throughout the entire state of Wisconsin, but also throughout the entire United States. And this partnership and continued work is what's necessary for us to continue to keep and maintain the peace in Dane County. Again, I want to extend our deepest condolences to the family and know that we hope the information provided today allows the family of Kyle Thrasher to move forward in their healing, but also to provide a sense of closure and a sense of justice for the death of their family member. I will take a few questions after I bring forward one of our great partners that we work with the U.S. Marshal Service, and that will be Kim Gaffney. And so thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kim Gaffney. I am the United States Marshal for the Western District of Wisconsin, and I want to echo the Sheriff's condolences to the victims, because those of us in law enforcement, that's the mission that we do, is we try to hold these fugitives accountable and try to keep them safe, if you will, out of our communities. This was a great example, if you will, of the partnerships, not just from the state level, but from the national level, all the way down to the local level. So when everyone is pulling the rope in the right direction, these are the results we have, and we do this on a regular basis. And I'm so proud to be up here with my staff and with my crew. Coincidentally, this morning we do this again. We apprehended another homicide suspect from another part of the state of Wisconsin, and it happens every day. So it's an important job that we do, and I'm glad we do it safely and do it without incident most of the time. So thank you for allowing me to be here, Sheriff.
All right, thank
You
you.
bet.
We'll take a few questions from the media.
For being out there at the time, to talk to people in the area, they weren't surprised that this happened there. Is this BP known as a hotspot overnight would be about 24 hours?
No, this is something that was, again, a random act, and nothing that we know at this time would lead us to believe that this is an area of significant concern.
Are those two suspects from Wisconsin in the Madison area?
I believe that they are.
Take us through, I guess, how you track somebody just over video to states across the country.
Absolutely. For that, I will call on Captain Kerry Porter. He is the captain of our Field Services Division to provide more insight in regards to your question. Thank you. Captain Porter.
Yeah, so to answer that question, yeah, we did have the benefit of a variety of locations of video surveillance to help us identify the suspects. Along with that, we had physical evidence that was collected throughout the investigation, interviews of known acquaintances, which kind of led us to known acquaintance and family members, both in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, as well as Riverdale, Georgia. We developed some addresses, of potential addresses where they may have fled, and our U.S. Marshal partners were able to do some surveillance, make positive identification, and very quickly took them into custody.
It says here that the suspects robbed Kyle. Was this a drug deal?
Well, maybe. So we do know that this was a pre-planned and pre-coordinated meeting between the suspects and the victim. So there is that level of familiarity, being able to set that up. Whether they knew each other more substantially prior to this one meeting is something we're still investigating, but we believe that may be the case.
And just to clarify, was Kyle shot?
Kyle was shot. And I kind of want to emphasize this too. This was a robbery. The robbery was over at the time of the shooting. So the victim was in a very defenseless position. He was cooperative with the robbery. And again, it was over, and we're still at a loss of why the shooting took place.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At WMTV, 15 News to your Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, or Google TV today. And never miss a moment of 15 News Plus.